Merry Christmas.
Wow, I was going to say happy holidays,
All right,
people.
holidays,
You missed the Christmas memo. I should not go into whatever I want to say. But yes, Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
Almost. Happy holidays. It's almost here. A lot of fun and enjoyment and family and togetherness. All the things I love. Love. And
Cheers.
good food.
Cheers, guys.
Good
Cheers.
food. All the things. But
Even though
yes,
I'm
you
not-
missed the memo. I'm
Yes.
all Christmas mug, Christmas shirt, Christmas tree.
A, I didn't want to have squares if you had squares. And
Yeah,
B,
like babe, you don't want to match me. You're also not in the matching business because he
and
just
B,
wants to be his
I
own
want
person.
to break the pattern.
Yes, you do. So you were not quite into that.
So yeah, I mean, even for the holiday season, I always have to try to last minute get into it because I'm always to the negative. Of course, you guys have heard before, I'm a tradition breaker. So I'm like, if there's a tradition, why is it happening? Doesn't make sense. And therefore I push against it. And so anyway.
Yes, it doesn't make sense to do it. Why are we doing it? Not that you're necessarily against traditions.
No, I'm not against
But,
traditions,
wow.
but I just don't
If
follow.
your reason is because we always did it, well, that's dumb.
I just don't follow
Maybe
traditions.
you
So
don't
anytime there's a group of people going this way, I'm like, naturally, I'll start to lean the other way just because.
Now,
That's
is
always
that
happened.
a personality thing?
Yes,
That's the D in you.
part of it,
Because I have that.
right? Well, yeah. So
Tell me.
part of it would be the creator.
We did
that
not plan
would be-
this.
No,
But we're just going with
but
it.
this will help you. So
Yes.
our title is, of course, it's the holiday season. You're going to spend a lot of time with family. Some family you don't really see very often, or some of
Family
you
that are
will
different
spend.
than you.
Yes. And so it can be frustrating, right? And so hopefully today we help you bring it, have a little understanding of why are people saying what they're saying, why are they doing what they're doing, and then you can begin to realize some of them are not just being a jerk.
Right.
Again, this doesn't make up for, people that have no control, but this does help you have an understanding of people's approach. And so with that, the creator wants a freedom of choice. So the D,
Okay, yes.
they
Yes,
want the
I
freedom
understand.
of choice.
That's where I come from.
The C or the refiner, they want accuracy. They want something that's going to make sense, right? And so,
Yeah.
I think the big pushback for me is I'm a combination of that. Why are we doing it the same way? Where does that make any sense? Where, of course, your strong side is the advancer first. So you're like, the whole group is going this way. That's exciting. That's fun.
Oh, right. But for me, what you're saying of breaking the mold is from my desire or need to stand out, or because I'm trying to see where it is different, right? Yours, that it has to make sense is stronger.
Sure. So that's my my
that's
practical
your
side of
practical,
my
very
refiner
much.
side.
Yes.
That's like, does this make any sense? So even as a teenager and things up through now, but a song would come out or a band and everybody would be like, I'm into this band, I'm into this song. I would listen to it. I would throw it out. Or there was a game that everybody was into playing over and over. I would.
Because I thought that's even with fashion trends or something like that, right? I don't think it's dumb that all of a sudden everybody wears it. I'm like, if it looks good and it feels good and it makes you look good, oh my word, that's so cool. Who cares that everybody else wears it too?
But for you, when there's something that you get excited about and buy into, and it's easier for you to buy into when there's a lot of people excited about it, because the advancers, you guys are the motivators and propelling the group, and a bigger group is more fun. So it doesn't even mean if you guys are in the same space, but the bigger group across the world, this is a fashion, this is the new thing that is exciting for you guys. And so you'll buy in and begin to drive and motivate everybody in that direction.
Yeah.
Where I'll be like,
that's true.
That doesn't make practical sense. Like, that pair of jeans is so uncomfortable. Why would you?
Yeah.
Or way overpriced, you know. Way overpriced would be more my thing. The thing that's not comfortable comes into a little bit of the executor side. But anyway, understanding. So that will come into play, though.
Yes.
You know, if you have, so you may do PJ, you know, matching PJs. Some people will be all in and excited about that.
Hence, we do not do that.
First of all,
it does not make sense to spend money on something that he does not even want to be part of.
She got it right there, right?
So up until now, we have not done such a thing. Really, not. And because especially on Christmas Day, right? That's like the day of the year where there's no obligations, there's no pressures. You're with the people you love, at least for maybe a little first part of the day. If you have to go to get-togethers or whatever, right? But it's the day where you can just be who you are in your place, your security safe, whatever, right? So he needs to be who he is. If he wants to get all ready for the day, but still, he might be in like sweats and a sweatshirt or something like that, but not PJs, because we're not gonna get out of bed and stay like that all day, right?
Yeah, but I think some people do the matching PJ pictures and things. Mm-hmm. So you'll have, for me, again, the combination of people you'll be looking at, it doesn't make sense to spend that kind of money. Why would we do that? Yeah. You have people that don't want to be told what to wear. They want the freedom of choice. So they're going to push back against that. You're going to have people that are like loving the whole as a big group, and it's something different and exciting, and you know, it's crazy and it's fun and we stand out, which we love. That's going to be a group. And then you're going to have people that are like, oh, but we're so connected and we match and we're a family and this is so warming and I'll go with the flow. So there you have that.
There you have that. So tell us, I am really curious to hear from you. Like, what do you do? Or what are some questions you have going into the holidays where you're wondering, you know, why does it always go like this? Or, you know,
so let's talk
why
about
do I experience it in a certain way?
The awkward family discussions or chats, or some people get political or whatever.
Conversations.
So, why does that happen? Let's go. Why do some, you know, it's the holidays. We're trying to chill out. We're trying to get along. Most people, some people.
I mean, yeah.
And why do these awkward...
This doesn't have to be like that. If your experience is different, it's great, right?
Yeah, but sometimes
some
conversations
get a little nervous, whatever, or just don't look forward to those things.
Okay.
Or want to keep it light and want to keep it, you know,
so
not go anywhere.
Right, we're trying to help people understand though why other people, why things happen, why there's an approach. So you have these conversations that get started.
Yes.
That maybe not everybody wants to talk about, or it's a conversation you have every year, or you know, a lot of things you hear is, well, at our holiday events or holiday family events, this always comes up, or whatever. You know, it's that standing joke. So why is that?
Well, it's because first of all, everybody is going to be who they are, right? In their...
Yeah, we get that, but we're trying to understand why certain people feel need to talk about certain things.
Yeah. So certain people have a belief and they want to, they're very passionate about it. And if they are somebody like me that always feel the need to communicate that externally, especially that if I would be quiet about, if a certain subject comes up and we're all just sharing, right? It's not a debate or anything like that. It's just sharing. If I would be quiet, I would feel like I'm not really true to who I am.
Sure.
Even if I know that their view or they see it different or understand it different, naturally, I am going to want to externally express what I stand for, what I believe in, all the things, right?
For some of you, that can be like, why does this person feel a need to share? That's for me. Because I'm the opposite side of her. I'm
very
like,
opposite.
You know, someone's going to see it differently. Why do you always have
to say something?
I prefer just to be quiet. Let's just be quiet, right? But there are, you know, people that's not being true and authentic to themselves. So for them to be true and authentic, not necessarily looking to stir the pot or to make things, but it's like, hey, I feel a strong need to communicate, advance the idea, speak, talk, whatever it is, and wherever the conversation goes, you know, that's where, and it could be fun. You know, you could have a person who you enjoy them telling a bunch of stories and the experience they create, or you could have someone who tells way too many stories and you're like, why don't they just sit down and be quiet? But that's these advancer styles that they're born to communicate. They live for that communication. And so it's not always saying, hey, how can I throw a wrench into our holiday season? It's like, no, I'm being authentic to myself. And my natural instinct is to communicate, especially something that I'm excited about. And, you know, you'll get excited about a lot of things.
Oh, my word.
And you'll get super excited. And that's what you'll want to talk about, focus on. Bring up.
But my main thing, what has changed was that has been my experience, and I felt like everyone should have that same experience. So if I have an opinion about something, surely you should have one too. And so if you have one, tell me what's yours. Like, so for instance, a person that is a strong ass personality, which is most people, or like a big percentage of people
have a higher executor.
They don't like confrontation. They like harmony, and they like.
It's not even confrontation. They don't like conflict, disagreement.
So
even discussion that's not seen eye to eye, even though it can be relaxed and more friendly, but when there's just like, no, I don't see it that way, and that push, that because they're all about harmony, they're all about that connection, they're about family, team, whatever. So go.
So does it mean that they do not have an opinion, but trying to pull that out of them in a strong way, or if they do share their point of view, to cut them off and say, well, I don't see it like way, and then I'm the, you know, and you're just in your, you know. I have learned that they just enjoy when there is not that opposition, right? And so to bring something in a way where they can hear what it is you're passionate about, which is totally okay, but not in an opposite way, right? And so that has helped me a lot in my communication style. Now, I'm still passionate about the things I'm passionate about, don't get me wrong, but my communication style, we can actually keep having this conversation and it doesn't have to turn into a debate or a frustrating thing, right? So that's a little bit more the advancer versus like someone that is very, you know, caring.
The executor side. Then of course you'll have the creators who are, you know, they want to see things happen. Yeah. So whatever they're communicating, they're trying to drive action or results.
Yes.
And so they'll have their mind made up, or they have a point of view. They want the ability to make their choice or decision, you know, what they believe or what they think about something. But they're always going to, if they don't feel like there's enough action, enough happening, they'll be looking to move the needle there.
Right.
And then you have some people who are more factual.
Right. So I recognize some things of that in myself also, Because if I'm in a space where I'm with people that I know very well and they know me very well and I feel very safe, I also do like a challenge, and they sometimes might on purpose put something out there that might be a little bit, everybody, they don't mind talking about something that might be a little sensitive or something like that. Now, I don't do that everywhere, but I don't mind. And then actually being a little bit challenging of like, well, okay, you say you believe this, but what is it? Or I don't agree with you. I really don't agree with you because such and such. I'm convicted about this or whatever. So why did I go there?
I don't know.
Because at least once in our conversations we have to have these moments of why did I go there? No, but that's a little bit of the D.
Okay.
I just recognize when you were saying those things, I recognized in certain places I can be more of that.
Sure.
Where I feel safe.
So you may also find though that, the I, the advancer, is a lot more communicative, talkative.
Yeah.
But the S, the executor, who doesn't like the disagreement, who's more connection based and tend to not be as talkative when they're with people so that they feel connected to, safe, especially a family situation or a few close friends, a smaller group that they feel close to, they'll become really talkative. So you may recognize your spouse, your kids, other family members, when you're together as a family, they're like super talkative and involved, and you're like, man. And then they get out into more of a public space and they get quieter and more withdrawn and a little more, watching. And you can't figure that out. Well, that the executor can be more talkative when there's a few close people they feel safe with. And, these are the people I know, comfortable with, regular, and they'll be talkative there. So you may find Auntie whatever is you see her from a distance at some events and she's quiet, and suddenly you're together as a family and she becomes super chatty and like, what is happening? Well, maybe it's because of that. So
how about you? Or how about your style? Like why, or the question that you asked, why?
Yeah. So I brought that up just before you went on your little side link.
My little rabbit hole.
So a refiner, a C, is going to be looking for accuracy, and if they feel that there's a topic, a subject, something going on in the world or an event, even in the family, that's not accurate, that's not practical, fair, whatever, they'll be a little more sensitive to that, and they'll want to, hey, I need to give some facts, some information to set the record straight, or to keep accuracy.
So when people are at a family gathering and they are recognizing, ooh, I recognize this, they are this style, and then how should they approach, like?
I think understanding, you begin to realize, okay, there's someone's super talkative and just, constantly trying to convince us of their point of view. That is just an advancer being them. And you don't have to agree, but you also don't need to, you can maybe remove some of the frustration. All right, they need to talk. That's kind of their thing. And hey, if they don't have boundaries, I know that can get frustrating if they talk nonstop and they don't have personal boundaries that they can't manage. But then that they're not just there trying to wreck the family event. Always. Again, I can't say for everybody, but as well as, hey, someone's pretty determined. They're saying, this is the point. This is something needs to be done. This is a whatever, excuse me, they're just trying to get some action. Someone's trying to bring up accuracy, some facts. The statistics say, and this and that, whatever. They're looking for accuracy, and then the person who's just like, hey, can't we all just get along? Why do we have to have these conversations? Why do we have to disagree? It's Christmas dinner. Hey, Or they're leaving, they keep leaving the room, and it's like, why is this person, why are they in the kitchen doing the dishes when we're having this conversation? and you know, different points of view. Well, they don't like the disagreement, and so they're going to go find somewhere they can serve and take care of people and remove themselves from the different points of view, because that actually makes them feel uncomfortable. So don't try to pull them back in to that conversation.
No. Right.
Don't try to say, so what's your point of view? You know, why are you not saying anything, and pressure them to speak, because that actually causes a lot of discomfort for them and makes them feel you know, not good at all. So
listen, at the end of the day, it will be a lot more happy holidays if you understand who you are and you understand the other person, and that they're true to who they are, and that, you know, you don't always have to, for me, of who I am, I don't always have to advance or convince, right? If I don't say something about every single point that is made, does not mean that I agree, or, you know, I don't always have to disagree if I disagree.
Hey, Nurio.
And so that's just things that if you understand the other person, first if you understand yourself, but also understand the other person, it just makes for a happier get together and a time together, you know.
So we are running out of time, but I do want to quickly go to, what's up, Cynthia? How are you?
Yes.
So
hey,
quickly,
Cynthia.
you know, like gift time, unwrapping gifts. All right.
Okay, yeah.
Some of you are born, you like to be the center of attention.
Yes.
So if everyone's gathering around, it's like, let's see what Esther's opening, and you know,
hey, be quiet, I'm opening my present. Come on.
So I thought you're like pointing at the timer over there. I'm like, what?
No.
Yeah. So, you know, you are one of our kids for sure. It's like, stop everything. Everybody focus on us. Yeah, we are going to open. Some are like, we don't care if you watch, but don't make a big deal.
Don't put all the attention.
Don't put, you know, overreact. Don't put all the attention. That would be the executor, the S's. You know, they're okay.
Right. They want, but they do want to go last, or not, like, you know.
Yeah, a lot of times they like to make sure they are more looking, can I give it to you first? Yes. Let's not be overly loud. Don't put me overly front and center. Yes. But I'm okay, especially if it's a close group. Yeah. I'm okay being, you know, seen and, you know, doing my thing. Now, if you get to the refiner, like, I don't even really want to open in front of people necessarily. I don't. Yeah. Yeah. I will, of course, my combination, close family is great. If it's a group, like I'd rather
He will, but it's not ever his preference.
It's never a super enjoyable spot to say, hey, let's everybody watch you open this and whatever. So I am going to be looking, hey, how do I unwrap it right? You know, what are they expecting? So again, I'm a combination. What are they expecting? I'll tend to open the paper a little slower, keep it in whatever. But and then you have the D, the creator, and they're kind of, let's get it done. Let's not take too long. Let's just rip the thing, open it up. I'm okay if you see me. I'm okay, whatever. But the more we talk about it and make a big show about it and don't actually take action. So, you know, the I's, the advancers, they're going to make it a whole event because they're experience-based, right? Everybody sit up, everybody watch. Let's play some music, have a dance party for 5 minutes before each person opens. They're going to create the event. And so
it's going to be a good experience for me, but I want everybody to have that good experience with me. And so it's not all selfish, right?
So again, in that, as you go to do it, just beginning to understand, you know, so-and-so is not necessarily 100% a Scrooge. They are just more laid back, which
I have to say, my husband is getting better and better every year. This year, I have not had Scrooge moments, which has been amazing. But that's not just because he's necessarily changing. No, he's doing some things different. But it's also because I just understand. Right. Like, you know, he just needs
So,
space.
again,
or he just whatever, and it's fine.
I would get called a Scrooge because I'm practical. And so I'd look at the holidays are like such, everything.
There's not much practicality.
A money grab or whatever. I get there's some traditions and stuff. I'm looking at all that. And so everything's like, and so that can, to an experience-based person, all that practicality feels like a Scrooge, right? And reverse, all that fun and experience feels like a waste. So you have both sides and understanding. So it goes both ways. Like, hey, I understand what you're bringing, your approach, your need.
Yeah.
And so I adjust some things and go along with some things that in the past I would have pushed back against because my style says, that's dumb, that's a waste. Yeah. And vice versa. You begin to understand, hey, we can pull some things in here. Some of your communication is not just because you want to, mess up the party, ruin the holidays. It's actually you're processing through. You don't get that, understand that, and that's the point. So we come in the middle and we communicate as much as we but
think
don't
about
don't get off too much on
each other's style.
Yeah.
So that's really the basis of it, and so we enjoy it more and actually, what it is about. Right?
And then you'll have some who are like, let's go do something, follow me, I'm gonna we need to whatever, and they're going to go try to execute something big, great, those are the creators. Just follow me, we'll figure it out, we'll wing it.
I'm confident.
We're just gonna make it happen.
Yeah.
Let's stop talking about it.
Let's just make the decision, let's not talk about it, let's not. Okay, we went around 2 times already of people saying, well, should we do, should we not?
So what are we doing for the holidays?
Okay, let's just go and we'll figure it out.
Where are we going?
Make a decision. Yeah.
What is the thing, They may not be into too much the traditions always, but if you're going to have a tradition or want to do something, let's just do it. Let's stop talking about it and discussing it.
Yeah.
And then you have the ones that's like going to be checking, well, what do you value? What do you want this year? What do you want to experience? What would you like to do?
Yeah.
And making sure everybody's accommodated for. So again, everybody has all these unique combinations of that, but just being aware and saying, this is why people are saying what they're saying.
Yeah.
This is why they're doing what they're doing.
This helps a little bit, gives you a little snippet, just a little, information and experience so that you can really enjoy each other over the holidays as you're going in to celebrate together what family is about, what togetherness is about, and all the things, right? So,
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. We will see you next week and enjoy this weekend.
Enjoy your holiday season. All right.
Yes.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.